Hi everyone! I am here to talk about some sustainable farming practices and how they work. I am so excited to share this with you and work together on sustainable solutions. Feel free to pause the video at any time to answer the questions. The first question is, what is sustainability and why is it important? Sustainability means providing for our community without hurting the environment. Sustainability improves the quality of our lives and preserves resources and natural ecosystems across the globe. Together, we can reduce pollution, climate change, waste, and so many other environmental concerns. So how does farming fit into this? Farming can release a lot of harmful gases into the air, making air quality bad and climate change worse. It can also pollute the soil and waterways that are vital to your community. Where should we start? Your community has already embraced sub-irrigated planters and raised bed irrigation systems. So let's talk about that. Sub-irrigated planters look like this and are a good way to conserve water. These bottles allow the plants to absorb the water they need to thrive. This is a good way to grow your plants in your community or even at home. Isn't it so cool? Some sustainability swaps are actually easier and fun to do. Now we will look at raised bed irrigation systems and how they impact your community. These systems usually look like one of these and are used to provide better growing conditions for your plants. It is a system with better water retention and drainage pathways for your garden. It also lets you control the temperature and compaction of the soil a little bit more. The plants don't have to be entirely raised either. You can simply separate them from the surrounding soil with bags or other materials. To make things more complex, you can incorporate a drip irrigation system or other ways to water your plants. Oops! Waste can be a huge problem that many communities run into across the globe. Literally. But something that is super cool about both of these systems you are using is that they reuse materials in the community. This prevents the use of new products and stops the old bags and bottles from going to landfills or polluting other areas. Even though these systems are working, there are always ways we can improve, right? By adding certain practices to these systems, we can make them even more efficient. One thing that we can do in these systems is remove excess minerals and maximize water intake. This means that once a year, it can be helpful to water the plant from the top instead of the bottom. This just flushes out some of the excess minerals that the plant doesn't need. Another thing we can add to these systems is compost or mulch. This means putting certain materials on the surface of the soil to promote soil health and increase moisture. This could include things like grass clippings, leaves, newspaper, compost, or even wood chips. We have another video on how to make compost, which is just the recycling of plants and food scraps for what we're growing. Intercropping is also a good way to promote soil health. Intercropping is simply the planting of different crops in the same area, having one row of plants directly next to another. For example, planting tomatoes with soybeans can be beneficial to your system because soybeans add nitrogen to the soil, while tomatoes take a lot of it out. This means they can work together to create a healthy environment for themselves. Tomatoes are also a good crop to plant with any root vegetables or herbs. Intercropping not only increases the diversity of your garden, but it is also a good way to increase the nutrient concentration of your soil. Hi there! Sustainability topics like these are always a good thing to share with your family and other members of the community. By talking with others, you can better incorporate these ideas and come up with your own solutions. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.